and Shakespeare sort of used the witches to predict what was going to happen to Macbeth. And so they were really like a great part of Macbeth. And Macbeth was probably the shortest play that Shakespeare has ever done, but it is power-packed. So, witches, will you come on for us? Now there are supposed to be 3, but unfortunately we can only get 2, but they are so dynamic you'll think it's 3 up here. Thank you, ladies. See, I told you that we had 3 of them up there when there were only 2. The next person on the program is Elizabeth. Elizabeth, will you come to the stage, please? Elizabeth Bolton is going to do a sonnet for us. And in this sonnet, Shakespeare talks about marriage, and he wants marriage to be an ideal state. And unfortunately, it sometimes is not. Elizabeth, can you give us the phrase from your speech where Shakespeare, we translated it to death do us part?
Until the edge of doom.
Until the edge of doom. You'll hear her say that as she does this sonnet 116. And he's thinking of more of marriage of the mind. And that is very important. So please listen while Miss Elizabeth Bolton, our only young person on the church, gives us Sonnet 116.
Let me not, to the marriage of true minds, admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when alteration finds, or bends in their rumor to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the start to every wandering walk, whose worst unknown, although his height contained. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks, and through his bending sickness compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even unto the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me prove, then I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
Yay. All right, a second sonnet will be given by Miss Martha Clayton. And in this sonnet, Shakespeare sort of examines his own sexuality. In most of his sonnets, he wrote 154 of them, I think it was. Yeah. And in this particular sonnet, he talks about love. He compares love to summer, and Shakespeare thinks that summer is perfect. And so you'll hear some of the with great comparisons as Mrs. Martha Clayton gives them to us.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease have all too short a day. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair by fair sometimes decline, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thy wonders in his shade, when in eternal lives to time thou growest. So long as man can breathe and eyes can see, so long as this and this is life to me. Yay.
I think you heard her when she talked about from being fair to fair and how that sometimes fades. Shakespeare was referring to beauty in that sense, how beauty declines. So we'll move on to Mr. Gus Thurman. Gus is going to play the part of Jack. And this comes to us from As You Like It. And that was a comedy written by Shakespeare. And in this, he tells us that all the world's a stage and all the men and women are there to play it. Shakespeare was not the first to use that line. Some of you may recall a mathematician way back in history called Pythagoras. And Pythagoras was the very first to say all the world was a stage. And so Shakespeare expanded on it. But he gives 7 stages to man. And he tells about what man is like in each one of those stages, beginning with infancy. So Mr. Dick, take it over.
The world is a stage. And all of the men and women misery plays a part. They have their exits and their entrance. One man in his lifetime plays many parts. His act being the 7 stages. His act being the same. Ages. First, the infant. Mewling and puking in his nurse's arms. And then there's that whining schoolboy with his satchel, with his morning shining face, with his morning shining face. Creeping like a snail willingly to school. And then there's that lover. Oh. Sigh in like the furnace with the woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. And then the soldier with many strange oaths, bearded to the part, bearded to the part, jealous in honor, sudden and quick, sudden and quick, in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation and even the mouth of the cattle. Then justice, fair and round belly, the good part, the good California line with the weary eyes and bearded a former cut, full of wise souls and modern instances. So, he plays his part. And then the sixth age, shifting into the lean, mellow attitude. With spectacles on his eyes or his nose and pops on his side. And then I'm sorry, and his youth, well saved, and the world too wide for his shrink, and his masculine voice began to change again into the childish treble pipe and the whistle to sound. The last scene that ended all the strange eventful history, mere oblivion, simple,